Hello, first graders. This is Miss Wilkes coming to you with today's math lesson. Today is Thursday, May 28th, 2020. It is day 41 in your packet if you have your packet. Today we're going to be talking about equal shares and what equal shares are, and we're going to give you some examples of equal shares. All right, now if you look at the anchor chart on this screen, this tells you the equal share. It shows you what equal shares are. If you will look at the orange circle, it has been divided into two equal parts. This is called halves. This square, orange square, has been divided into two equal parts, and this triangle has been divided into two equal parts. They have equal shares, and it's called halves. That's the part that's what we're going to be talking about today. The green shows three equal parts, and the red shows fourths, four equal parts. All right, so let's look at the solve and share. It says to draw a line inside the first circle to show two parts that are the same size. Draw a line inside the second circle to show two parts that are not the same size. How do you know the two parts you made in the first circle are the same size? I'll give you a couple of seconds if you want to get your pencil and a piece of paper. Draw yourself a circle, two circles. Draw a line between one circle showing two equal parts, and then in the other circle, draw another line that shows two unequal parts. All right, here's my example of the two equal parts. And here's my example of the two unequal parts, or not equal. If you will look, these two parts are the same size, so they are equal shares. This circle has been divided into two parts, one, two, but they are not the same size, so they are not equal shares because this part is bigger than this part. Equal shares. Equal shares means that all parts are the same size. If the parts are not the same size, then they are not equal. Look at the anchor chart. These parts are the same size, so that means they are equal shares. When you are sharing something, in order to be fair, you have to give each person the same number of objects or the same amount of whatever you're giving. So it will be equal shares. If it is not the same size or if it's not the same amount, then it is unequal, like this side of our anchor chart. These two sides are smaller than the middle part. These three parts of the rectangle are not the same size. There are two parts, but they are not equal because they are not the same size. The parts of this square are not the same size, so they are not equal. So in order for it to be equal shares, remember that all of the parts have to be the same size. Our visual learning says shapes can be divided into parts or shares. So shares is the same thing as parts. Sometimes the shares are equal. If you will look at this circle, all four parts are the same. So they are four equal shares. Sometimes the shares are not equal. Look at this circle. These four parts are not the same size. So these are not equal shares. They are not the same size, so they would not be equal shares. Now let's look at this example. Which shows two equal shares? Look at the rectangles. We have two rectangles that have been divided or partitioned into two parts or two shares. Which rectangle shows two equal shares? Give you a few seconds. All right, that is the rectangle that shows two equal shares. It's equal shares because both of the parts are the same size. This rectangle is divided into two parts, but they are not equal shares because they are not the same size. This bottom part is much bigger than the top part. All right, look at the bottom rectangle, which shows four equal shares. The rectangle has been divided into four parts. All right, that is the rectangle that is four equal shares. Why? Because the parts are the same size. This rectangle over here on the right side has been divided into four parts as well. One, two, three, four. But they are not equal shares. Why are they not equal shares? Because the four parts are not the same size. All right, decide if each picture shows equal shares. The first one has been done for you. Yes, this one shows equal shares because they are both the same size. All right, look at this second example. Yes or no? Equal shares? No. The circle, equal shares? Yes, because all four parts are the same size. The next one, equal shares? Yes, equal shares because those two parts are the same size. The next rectangle, equal shares? No, not equal shares. They are not the same size. The last one, equal shares? Yes, they are equal shares because they are the same size. All right, your turn. If you have the packet, you can turn to page 7 of the packet and day 41, and you can write your answers on the lines. If you do not have the packet, you can just number your paper from 7 to 14 and write the answers beside each number. So your independent work is to write the number of equal shares in each shape on the lines. If the shares are not equal, write 0. So after you finish, you can take a picture of your work and send it to your teacher, or you can upload it to Canvas. Remember, you are writing the number of equal shares. Equal means the same size. If they are not the same size, you will write 0 on the line. All right, first graders, looking forward to seeing your work. See you soon.